Hey guys, what's going on? So I was already like 6.5 minutes through this thing, and somehow I scrolled on my phone and it completely deleted the thing on TikTok. So guess I'll just start again. I'm doing this while I'm working, so I'm kind of like bopping in and out between different things. But essentially, what I was saying was that getting distracted with how busy I've been with work. I'm wearing a lot of hats. I'm doing a lot of different jobs. I'm handling a lot of things. I'm the expert on a lot of things. I'm handling and putting out a lot of fires. I've been having to work after hours a lot and on the weekends a lot because there's a lot of extra things that are taking on my time, meetings, etc., etc. So it got to the point where I worked myself to the point where I got sick the other day for the first time in a long time that I've ever been sick. And it's unfortunate. The good part is I'm trying my best not to take any time away from my family. I'm usually doing it before hours and after hours, or working through lunch, or when they're distracted by other things on the weekend and whatnot. But it should be the exception and not the rule, and it's become the rule. And that in and of itself is where the problem lies, is that should not be the case at all. So I need to work on being okay, to be okay, to push things to the next day. It's hard because I need to, and I want to execute everything to the best of my ability. Converting to project and sending out but in the same vein, I need to be sure that that I'm also I'm doing my best work. I'm doing my best stuff. I'm putting out my best self and whatnot, and trying to execute upon things to the best of my ability. And that's not as simple as you may think it is, depending on your job. And frankly, the big reason why I'm pushing myself is I'm trying not to stagnate. I'm trying to push myself to the absolute peak of what I can do with my abilities, my time, and whatnot. So making sure that I am becoming the best version of myself that I absolutely possibly can. So that's what I'm working towards. That's what I'm trying to work towards. So that's also why I'm stretching myself so thin. So it is what it is, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I just really am trying to make sure that I don't drop the ball with my family, and with everybody else. That's truly where I'm trying to make it known. So it's not always right. It's not always simple. I gotta add this to the quote. You hear my team's messages blowing up and everything like that. There's a lot of accountability that people need to work on here. A lot of responsibility people need to work on here, because I can just tell certain things are just different from what I know and what I expect. So I'm just, I'm doing my best. I'm being stretched thin. Sometimes I catch up and then I'm happy and then I get strung out. But like the catch ups are like, we're talking about 24-hour. Most of the time I'm slightly behind and I'm just slightly trying to work myself, I hate to say to the bone, but I work myself pretty hefty, to the point where like definitely at the end of the day, just my normal day before I go into to doing my extra stuff, I am absolutely exhausted. And kind of the thing where you're like, oh yeah, this is the kind of day I need a beer or something like that. Like I hate every day it's like that. So it's like kind of like what the hell in that realm. So but it's not all bad. Like I have a job. I have a good job. It pays well. I know there's going to be advancement opportunities. Like it's that stuff is all great, but it's just being so strung out. And the bigger thing is making, like, I want it to look like we're making progress, and we're not just overextending ourselves and overextending ourselves and overextending ourselves. Because at the end of the day, that is not sustainable in any way, shape, or form. So that becomes my fear, which is why I work towards that not being the case, and making sure that everything I am taking on, I'm pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing for completion, so we can then move on to something else. So that's kind of where I'm at with it, is holding other people accountable, because it's not all just on me or a few people. Everybody has to be pushing towards the same end goal. So I have to rely on other people sometimes, and sometimes those people take too long to execute upon things. So me holding everybody else accountable to make sure that they are being pushed to their absolute, I hate to say absolute limit, but pushed to their extents, so they're executing at the level that I am, or at least close. Because if we're not all executing, then we all can't reach the end goal, and we all can't make a better company. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Just trying to be the best I can be, and then some, and bring people along for the ride. That's sort of my episode for the day. I don't know what I'm going to call this, work chat or whatever, but I appreciate everybody for listening, and this will probably be up later. Peace.